Hi, I'm Rosalind Wade with Oklahoma A+ Schools Institute. This video is part of a lesson in portrait drawing. We're going to take our front view portrait blank this time and turn it into a portrait. If you don't have a blank drawn, please pause the video and get one ready based on the introduction to portrait drawing, which can be found on YouTube using the link in the comments below. Let's get started. All right, so we've got our eyes halfway down, more than a third, less than half for our nose, the line of our mouth. Remember, the side of our nose is straight down from the inside corner of our eyes, and the outside edge of the mouth straight down from the center of the eyes. So the head is 5 eyes wide, meaning an eye is 1/5 of the width of a person's head. Eyes are half. Alrighty, let's get started. We're going to begin by drawing the shape of the top lid of the eye, and we're going to get rid of some of these extra lines here so that they're not distracting to us. We're just going to draw the shape. So look carefully at your person and draw the curve the way their eye curves on the top lid. Okay, then on the same eye, draw the curve of the bottom lid. All right, this is different on different people, so look carefully at your person that you're drawing. Top lid, it may be slightly different than the other one, so pay attention to that. We're not completely symmetrical beings, all right? And then we may have a bit of a line that's like a fold of skin that's above where the eye lid folds. Then irises don't fit into that space. Do you see how that circle is cut off at the top? So unless we want our person to look really scared, we want to draw just the part that we see. So looking at your person, draw how much you see of their iris on both eyes. Make sure you look at each one individually. They may not be the same exactly. And then looking at eyebrows, sketch in your person's eyebrows in the shape, the thickness, direction, everything that fits the person you're actually drawing. All right, let's go ahead. Let's pretend we're doing someone with short hair for a moment, or if your model has short hair, we can take a look and draw just the part of the ear that we see. You may only see a little bit of a curve at the bottom and the rest is covered by hair. I'm just going to do this for illustration right now. It's different on different people, so make sure that you look at your person and the shape of their ear. Exactly how much shows, where it shows, how far down it goes. All of those details are unique to your model. Let's go ahead and talk about noses. An easy mistake to make is to try to draw both sides of the nose. Noses are really just changes in the contour of the face. There's not a line there. Okay, there's no line at the side of my nose. It's just how the shadows fall. So looking right now, you can see that this side of my nose is slightly more in shadow than that side. So what we want to do is draw the shape on one side of the person's nose. Draw the shape of the shadow that you see on one side of your person's nose, and I'm going to try to draw what I saw on myself. Okay, and we get rid of this side. And then the next thing is the shape of the top of the nostril. There's a line there. We're only drawing the top because that's the only place where it's actually a contour. Underneath is just shadow. So we're going to draw the shape that we see, and we can do that for both sides. And maybe a little indication of the outside of the nose. I had to hit pause there a moment so that I could really get in front of this and really look more closely at my own face. But I've drawn, for me, this is what the shadow coming down my nose looks like. The top of the nostril on each side. Okay? Now, the middle line of the mouth is again going to be different for different people. Start in the middle. What does just one side do? What does that do? Just one side. The shape of the line, the curve, what does it do? Just that's one half. Then look again at the other side. It may be slightly different. Okay, and we got a little far there. All right, and then look at the top edge. It's just a color change, but we're going to go ahead and draw it in. Do exactly what yours does. Some people's may come up and kind of have a peak on either side. Some people's just a gentle curve. Really look at your person and see what theirs does. Then start in the middle of the bottom, do one side, then look at the other side and just do that. It's almost like drawing 6 different lines. Half the middle, half the middle, half the top, and then half the bottom. And the other half. Okay, now we want to go on to adding a little bit of collar so that our person looks a little more finished, like they might have shoulders under there. So we're just going to add kind of a basic collar shape here. And come out into a shoulder. Get rid of what we don't need. Other side, same thing. A bit of a collar there. You could also draw a V-neck or something else if you wanted. All right, beginning to indicate the shoulders. Okay, and then just like before with the hair, that collar needs to come up a little higher. With the hair, we want to kind of give an indication. So we could have a person with long hair where you don't see any of their ears. You would just draw the hair right on over the top of those. Or you may not have added them to your drawing. You may just have paused and watched for a moment while we were doing that part. So I'm going to go ahead and add some hair here. We'll cover part of the ears. This person can have part of their ears covered today. Remember, this is not the top of our forehead. The top of the forehead is a bit down. This is the crown of the head. So we may want to Give our person a little bit of hair coming down onto their face. Really look at what your person who's modeling for you, look at what their hair does and try to emulate that. We don't need that line. You can erase that line out, or you can just draw over and add it into what you're drawing. Okay, get an indication of hair however much you'd like, whatever style you want, or to match your model. We can also now go back in and give a little more definition to the iris, so we're not in the pupil, so we're not looking quite so empty-eyed. Again, look at your person, your model. What does their eye look like? And that's what you want to do. We could also add a little bit of lash. Don't need a lot. That's very, very subtle. They don't just stick up. They kind of come out, so we can't really do long eyelashes or it's really going to look funky. So just add enough to indicate that there are lashes there that are coming out toward the viewer. All right. Thanks so much for drawing with me today. I hope you've enjoyed this and have a good remainder of your day.